Yeah.
The following program is rated MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
The show that gives you everything and nothing at all. That's everywhere you don't want to be. It's Ruben, Mo B, and on the ones and twos, AG.
The 5-minute warning.
Good evening. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to a brand new episode of 5-Minute Warning. As always, it's your man, Ruben in the house. And of course, always with me is my cousin, the immaculate AG.
Was I born of a virgin, sir?
Hey. I didn't say the conception was immaculate.
Huh?
I didn't say the conception was immaculate. I just said.
I mean, but that's how you become immaculate, though. I mean, my mother must have been super chaste, bro.
I mean, I guess you got to talk to Uncle Ben about that.
No, I know he ran up in it. Don't worry about it.
Oh, stop it.
Okay. I'm sorry. What's happening, y'all? How you doing?
This guy. Hey, I mean, but you know what? I ain't gonna front, man. Like, it's the crazy part about that is you talk to some people and you can't talk about their parents like ever having sex. It's like, oh God, don't do that. I'm like,
my wife is
bro,
number one in that category, sir. I don't know what the deal is. It's like
I don't know what the deal is either.
How
you got here?
Exactly, because people bone, man. It is what it is. Now, the real question is, have you ever accidentally run up on your parents doing it?
Definitely no. I mean, I'm not gonna front and say I haven't heard some shit, but like, I was much younger, and I appreciate the fact that, whatever they were doing or when they did stuff, they made sure I was out the house, or just out the house. Cause I ain't never. I mean, cause we lived in a 3-bedroom house, man. So like, you just can't be doing certain shit in the house.
Well, you can. It just depends how you feel about it.
Yeah, I mean, well, not how you feel. I just don't want to hear it. Like,
no, what I'm saying is, as a parent, it's just like, do you feel like, okay, it's something that people do, it doesn't matter, or do you feel like, no, they don't need to be hearing that?
I mean, hey, I don't know.
Because I've walked in on my parents twice.
Wow.
So it is what it is. I mean, because my parents were never like really kind of squeamish about it. It's just like, whatever,
I mean, you just walk up in that room and.
Well, it was a place where I was supposed to be, or was something innocent. I like it. Like, how you like burst into your parents' room when you're a kid? You don't have any kind of like conception of like, knock first or call first. It's just like, hey, I got to quit. Ooh, my bad.
So, which is, and that's interesting, right? Like, it's on the count was said twice. You ain't let us the first time.
Hey man, look, but see, that's what I was going to explain, because that could be a very true statement. But see, here it is, and you've been to our house enough to know, or at least the house we lived in before the last one. So before the house before that, it's just like there's only like 2 people in the room over the garage. It's my dad and me. My mom didn't generally spend a lot of time up there, right?
Yeah.
And at that time, I don't know if I was playing drums yet or not, but anyway, I spent a lot of time up there. So I don't think that they understood that I came home. I think I was out playing or whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't think that they understood that, or maybe I was supposed to be doing something else in my room, whatever. Anyway, I just walked up there because that's what I do. I mean, I spent a lot of time up there. So I just what I do. And my dad's up there laying freaking pipe, bro.
Oh, you got your mom up there taking care of business?
Killing it. And I was like, whoopsie. I mean, to the point to where it's like, I think they were so into it, they didn't know that I opened the door.
Well, that was about to be my next question. The biggest question was, did they stop?
No, not even close.
I mean, so that's
not
what
even
it
close,
is.
bro.
That's
I thought my dad was a city worker after that, sir.
You so stupid.
I thought that he had T-shirts going to work that said "City of Chesapeake
Lay a pipe.
Municipal." Just saying.
Ah,
Just
you know,
saying, man.
like, hey man, I'll probably never say this like in front of my folks, but man, I hope they still take care of business. Like
Oh, absolutely.
that, man.
I
And
can't
it's
see. I can't see Uncle Ruben not just like, come on, man. I mean, your mom's very pretty, and I just can't see that. Not
man,
unless, because really, for me, it's just like I couldn't imagine not wanting to sleep with my wife if I was still like, I guess, like if we had a type of relationship where we're just like hate each other, I can see it. Then it's easy, right?
then you're
But if
probably not
you,
together.
well, that's not true sometimes.
Oh yeah,
Sometimes it's like for insurance reasons, for whatever reasons, people
yeah.
stay together. So, at this stage, my foreseeable future looks bright as far as how I feel about her. So I'm like, she could be old. And my first thought is going to be, you can't run, baby. I'm going to catch you. Because, she got a little hip stitch going. She started limping. It's over. So
Is
I'm
that her
just,
laughing in the background?
yes, it is. Because she knows it's true. She knows it's true. Because I'm faster than she is. I got
I
two
hope
bum
so.
knees and I'm faster than she is. So,
Well, I mean,
she going to get caught.
hey,
Now, see, if
it's
I
all that
said that
matters,
in
right?
front of her kids, I don't know how that would go.
They probably, well, yeah.
I mean, they're
Well,
older, but they might think about their dad. It might feel better for them for their dad to say something icky like that. But for the second, it doesn't. Apparently, it doesn't. But for
man,
me to say it, it's even extra icky. The bottom line is when as you get older, I don't think your desire necessarily wanes. Your physical attributes might.
well, yeah. If you can still take care of
Especially if you would
business,
do, because you have to get it up. I mean, sometimes, like we talked about last week, sometimes the changes in a woman's body won't allow her to get lubricated. But the bottom line is, if you're
they got,
60,
they got,
70 or whatever it is,
they
you
got
take
stuff
care
for
of
that.
yourself, huh?
They got stuff for that.
Well, I'm just saying. But
Yeah.
anyway, like I said, like my dad was telling my dad was indirectly telling me that he laying that pipe still too. So it's like, I'm not mad at nobody.
Hey,
I mean, you run around and stuff jiggling, it's
that's what you're
going
supposed
down.
to do, right? I mean, that's what you're supposed to do.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So like, shout
So
out
I
to
don't
my
know why.
mom.
So I don't know why kids get freaked out at their parents doing something that they did in their parents' house, in their parents' cars, whatever. I don't know why that is.
First of all, it's like, how your ass get here?
Well, there's
I
that.
mean,
Except for me,
there's
because
that.
my mom was like, she was married apparently, because I'm immaculate.
I mean that. Jesus. But
It's just funny.
first of all, shout out to my mom. Today is her birthday.
Oh, happy
She,
birthday, Aunt Shirley.
she's the ripe age of 25, and she's happy about it. Took out to dinner. Took him and her dad. Took her out to dinner, but I ain't gonna like leave dad at home. That's kind of foul. So like she had a little. They gave her a little ice cream sundae and stuff. It was cool. She
Oh,
was
where'd y'all
happy.
go?
Longhorn, man.
Ooh, nice.
Complimentary. Well, I asked where she wanted to go. I mean, because like, where you want to go? She's like, Olive Garden or Longhorn. I was like, that's up to you.
Boy,
You know,
they're like so far apart.
Yeah.
Longhorn is like nice, and Olive Garden is like McDonald's of sit-down restaurants.
You're so stupid. But
Am I
yeah,
wrong? Am I
I
wrong?
mean, honestly, I haven't been to Olive Garden in years, so I don't really know. I mean, I just don't. But nah, man, it was good. She has some shrimp, man. Like she has some grilled shrimp.
Hey,
She
man.
ate like part of it. They took her ass home. So it's good, man. So shout out to her.
What's up, Black Motish Adams?
What's going on, BMA? So yeah, man. So all right, man. I gotta have this conversation
Okay.
because so I'm helping my mom last night because my mom's a church secretary.
Okay.
All right. So first of all, I need to preface all this by saying I don't know what the hell's going on, but yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna preface all this by saying that.
So you're
And
gonna preface this whole situation by you don't know what the hell's going on.
yeah.
Okay.
So first of all, there are a couple things. So, I'm helping mom with the bulletin, with the bulletin and all that stuff. Help.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about Microsoft Word, but I showed her a place where she can go learn some stuff. So, like, she can sit there, listen for 40 minutes, and make her stuff a little better. Because don't get it twisted. I know a little bit to be dangerous, but I don't know enough to really teach her how to do it. because I don't
Right.
really use word like that and margins and stuff. Like margins is not my cup of tea. It's
Sure.
just saying.
I get that.
So I will not say names to protect the innocent.
Wow. Okay.
So mom's doing this thing,
Okay.
and this woman from another church, she's doing something at whatever, and she is like 5 different terms, man.
5
So
different
like,
what?
yeah, so first of all, she's an evangelist.
Okay.
So the list was evangelist, her name,
Okay.
associate minister,
Okay.
first lady,
Yep.
and I'm thinking to myself, do we need all those terms? Like,
Yes.
it's not like a whole bunch. Well, hold on for a second. It's
Okay.
not like there are a whole bunch of things. So, because my thing is like, okay, if I was the assistant editor, but I was also the sports editor, and I was also the marketing editor. The sports editor, marketing, I don't give a shit about. I'm the associate editor, the whole damn goddamn paper. Like
Mhm.
that's the important thing. So like and we just had the conversation because basically mom's got to write all this stuff. So
Yeah.
it went from, hey, because to me, associate minister is the most important thing. So you put associate minister, but apparently, the person was like, evangelist is more important than that. So he looked up evangelist, whatever. So we just had this conversation like, mom, this is too many words. Like, why does she need all this? Like, why does she need 5 different things to tell everybody who she is? And see, Moco Cowboy, look at that. That's what I was thinking. When every title is important, no title is important. Exactly. And it's just like,
I think you guys are missing the point, man.
no,
But go ahead. I want you to finish first, though. Go
I'm
ahead.
not missing the point, man, because it's just like, my opinion is you do the best. You put the best in front, such as we went down later and it was Reverend, such, comma, pastor. And I looked at mom and I was like, ain't that the same thing? And she's like, well, kind of not really. What?
She's right.
I mean, but so it's my thing is like, so, but we had to fit all this in this little spot.
Make the
So,
font
like,
smaller.
couldn't do that. Didn't nobody be able to read shit.
So,
We were already on 9, bro.
wow.
Exactly. So I'm just like, yo. And she pulled it out, man. And that's how that person carries himself. And I was like, that's too much. That's too much. Like, what the F we doing?
Okay. Well, I'll, are you done?
Yeah, I'm done with that part.
Okay.
Then I got something completely crazy.
Well, let me address that part because
Yeah.
number one, I understand what you mean, and you're right. However, and actually, Moco Cowboy's right too. I understand where y'all are coming from, but what you're not taking into
It's because she's a
consideration-
woman.
No, it actually isn't. It
Okay.
isn't. It has nothing to do with gender this time. But there's two things going on. Number one is what your mom said, because actually 3 of those titles are actually different. You can be one without being the other. They're not mutually exclusive. That's for starters. But the redundancy that you saw, they kind of are different. And that's where people start splitting hairs. But see, the thing that really, the thing for me that makes this funny is the fact that what you're not considering, what that is hubris. Because some people and church people are infamous for this, but no one's allowed to call them out for it because they supposed to be saved up in here. Okay. But there's a lot of pride in upper management.
Oh,
It's a lot of pride and a lot of arrogance in upper management. And that means in the pulpit and in the music section. Okay. So if you're a band leader, you better check your ego, sir, because I promise you are on the edge of pride.
Oh, man.
But anyway, I digress. So what I'm actually saying is the reason why you have 50 names is because you feel like you earned them and you're going to call me all them 50 names. And that's the bottom line. It's hubris and arrogance and all the things, whatever it is you want to call it. Those things are important to this woman because they are. And she's all that in a bag of Funyuns. And I know it's simple and it doesn't have a lot to it. But as soon as you exclude the human element in anything, you have already lost the battle. I'm telling you. And especially for church folk. Especially for church folk.
Oh, God.
I'm telling you, man. It's like this lady's got 5 titles. 3 of them are different. But it's a real thing, bro. It's a real thing. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're a bishop and we call you bishop, whatever, that's great. And no one's, or if you're a pastor, okay, great. Look at him. Are you serious right now? We can't hear anything but a bunch of noise. We can't hear anything. We can't hear you, man. What you? So
Virginia might be the loudest goddamn crowd.
What is it? The loudest.
We still ain't started the show yet.
You still ain't started.
Anyway, but like I said, man, that's why when your mom said, well, she's right. However, she's not as right as y'all are. But the bottom line is you better put all those titles down there.
Oh, yeah.
Because the last thing you want to do, the last thing you want for a guest speaker is for them to be offended.
Bruh, she wasn't even a guest speaker. She was introducing the speaker. Bruh, now you understand?
Again, it's still the same answer. It's still the same answer.
Yeah, that hubris is the motherfucker.
I'm telling you, man. That's all. Hey, and don't get me wrong. I'm not saying everybody in church is like this, but I'm telling you, church is infamous for it.
Yeah. The funny thing though is, like, when I said that she was introducing the speaker, your face was like, this heifer here.
Because that's exactly what I was thinking.
Like she made herself more important than the person she was introducing.
There it is. And now you understand what I'm saying to you?
Yeah, it's the worst.
It is the worst. And actually, and like I said before, in a church setting where everybody is supposed to be God-fearing, you are on the edge of pride.
Yeah.
That is one of the deadliest sins. In fact, it gets talked about quite often.
I mean,
it has caused more. It's caused more carnage than I can put my finger on, man. That can shake a stick at.
Man. The hypocrisy.
Dude, exactly. And I promise you, if this woman was looking at herself, she'd be like, this heifer.
To be fair, Jesus said he was the Alpha and the Omega.
Yeah, but she ain't Jesus.
Yeah, and he made water to wine, bro. Like he made a lot of food out of loaves and fish, bro. So like,
he fed the 5,000s off a kid's lunch.
Like he can do some stuff. All I'm saying, when you can do stuff like that, you can call yourself whatever the hell you want. But like, yeah, you ain't this.
Like I said, bro, church is like chock full of this stuff.
So, which it's funny that you mentioned the other thing that I want to talk about because I need to know when this happened. So, look. In all fairness, total, whatever, I don't go to church very much. There are a lot of reasons, but when it's all said and done, I just don't go to church. Now, do I think I'm a bad Christian for it? No. Do I think other people are better Christians going to go to church? Whatever. It's all about how you feel about it. I just feel like, yeah, that's what it is. So, I got my own relationship with God, and that's what it is. So, my mom we're having another discussion, and she was like, "Yeah, people of the Baptist faith, are calling themselves bishops." What? Now, I am not gonna sit here and say I know all about the Bible because I don't. And it's funny that you mentioned bishop earlier, but never until literally last night that bishops. I've never heard of a bishop in a Baptist church. Now, I've heard bishops in Catholic faith and Presbyterian faith. Like, that I understand. I ain't never heard no bishop in church. And honestly, before I became 18 and had choices, I was up in that church every Sunday. once again, before I became 18, had choices. I ain't never heard nobody talk about no bishops. And she was like, yeah, they got bishops in church. Well, Catholic church, yeah. And she was like, no, like Baptist church. I was like, what? When did this happen? Like, I mean, and you said that, and you were saying bishops earlier, AG, like, look, once again, I don't know it. I can't sit here and say I know a ton about faith. I just know that any type of learning that I've had, bishops were not talked about in Baptist faith. Not Southern Baptist, but Baptist, Black Baptist faith. I'll say it like that. Black Baptist faith. We ain't never talked about no bishops. And now the fact that they out here apparently, I mean, to me, that's a money grab, especially because we also looked up what bishops are, and bishops are in charge of the, what the church and all that stuff. But once again, because they call it DOC, I think that's how you say it, DIOC.
Or diocese.
Diocese, yeah. I don't know no Baptist people in charge of diocese. Now, once again, I could be just like honestly, I'm trying not to get struck from hell, but like
You don't get struck from hell, sir.
yeah, well, get struck from heaven. But I'm just like
Struck from hell.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm just like, where they do that at? So
Okay. Well, for starters, what you have to consider is the Baptist Church apparently has given itself some structure. And that's usually where hierarchy comes into play. Because, if you're Baptist or Southern Baptist, whatever we're going to call it, Baptist, it's all the same to me.
Yeah.
You're not used to structure. Your structure is whoever's on the pulpit the most is the boss.
the preacher or the pastor or whatever they like to call it.
Right. So that's who it is to you. But bishops in the modern day Baptist church, you want to call it Baptist, there's structure there now that wasn't there before. So, you have pastors that have a system of churches that they lord over directly.
I like the way you use the word lord over.
Well, it's kind of what it is. And then you have the same pastor, might be over a group. And then that pastor is under a pastor. And then you have the same umbrella over and over again until you get to the top. And a lot of that, comes from the Catholic Church. You have ranks, period. And so that's why a lot of Baptist in the South, in the North there's no Baptist in the North, but anyway, down here, that's why you got sometimes I think people have a shock to the system, because once you say pastor below the Mason-Dixon line, you just said boss. Now it's not that way, because you might have a pastor, but that pastor is part of a group of churches. Like he's got a location and someone else has a location and someone else has a location. And then you have the lead pastor, which is not only the pastor at the biggest and original location, but he oversees all the other ones.
Jesus.
And then if that church is part of a larger system, then again, that's where the rankings
Interesting.
keep going. It's not as cohesive is the Catholic system. The Catholic system has been in place for hundreds of years.
I mean, well, yeah.
But
clearly they decided like 5 years ago, hey, y'all, we need to be more like them.
Well, again, I'm just letting you know. I'm not going to sit here and say it's a money grab or anything like that, because when people say that, they act like stuff is free. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going there. But what I am saying is you can earn a bishopship. You can.
Wow.
And it's a legit thing, because my pastor's, or he just retired, but he, when he was active, he was a bishop, and it was an earned title. But he is actually under a bishop, and his group of bishops look up to this one guy.
Wow.
And it's the system. So I'm just letting you know.
I mean, I only knew two bishops. One, the one that goes diagonal on the chessboard, and two, Bishop from Juice. So like, Yeah, I was just like, what?
Is this what we're doing?
I just
I
shook
can
my
I can
head,
sense
man.
your displeasure.
I was just like, I feel like everything I learned as a child is now poofed because we never had that, and now I guess they decide we want to become stronger. Which, hey, I ain't hating on that.
You kind of are.
No, I mean, I'm not hating on the fact they want to become stronger. I just think that is interesting that I just think it's interesting that you know I grew up and we didn't have bishops, and now one day, oh,
It
we
wasn't
have a
one
bishop
day.
now.
It did. Look, man, it's cool. You remind me of my dad right now
Okay,
because
he's a
my
good man.
dad, huh?
He's a good man.
He is. He's an excellent man,
Yeah,
but he is actually cement. He's an excellent man for some people. He like, because I told him one time because I got irritated with him. I'm like, bro, you are not qualified to save everyone. Or when I say save everyone, I'm not talking about in a godly sense. I'm talking about leading people to Christ.
yeah,
You
yeah,
are
yeah.
a certain type of fisher of men.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have the bandwidth to cover it all. You don't. And he was like, wait, it's like, dude, some of your opinions are like not cool. And it's not like you're not cool. It's just that you're stuck in a moment.
Oh yeah,
And so because you choose to be stuck in that moment, and it is a choice, because you choose to be stuck in that moment, you can't reach certain people. Certain people are going to have to come to me because I can understand where they come from and still understand what to tell them, whether it hurts their feelings or not. But I'm not going to say certain things that are going to turn them off right away, where you wouldn't even deal with these people. And it's like, bro, you can't do that. Like some people I talk to, it's like it's like you sit up there in that pulpit and you talk about, alternative living, like gay, lesbian, all of that. And it's just like you talk about it in such a way where you have no chance to get those people in a position to turn from that sin.
yeah,
You have no chance because you are coming from a place of disrespect to start with.
yeah.
Because what you're saying is true, but how you said it is kind of like ill. There's a lot
Sometimes,
of ick in that. And so that's
sometimes
what I was
the
trying to tell my
message,
dad.
sometimes the messenger, and not the message.
Well, yeah, and that's very true. And so, like I said before, man, everybody's not qualified to do this job. And some people can only do this job to a narrow few. So again, I mean, I just feel like you are saying, because you keep going back to it. When I was coming up, you sound like a Trump, you kind of like a Trumpster right now. Because when they were coming up, black people had to go across the street. If a white person was coming, I'm like, so a white person coming, I got to go across the street. Make America great again. You're a racist. Why? I'm not a racist. I'm not a racist. But when I was growing up, black people had to cross the street. You're a racist. But I can't tell you that. So which one is it?
Well,
So again, like I said, man, don't be stuck in the moment, bro. It happens. Now, is it like legit? Sure, it's legit to a degree, because I do feel like cohesiveness will help you. Is it going to be a money grab for people? Sure it is, because everybody doesn't treat God, first of all, everybody doesn't treat God with reverence. So if you don't treat God with reverence, you're going to do certain things that are awful. So let's just get that out of the way.
yes, sir.
But it doesn't make what we're actually talking about a bad thing. It just makes it not what you grew up with, which you keep harping on every time you get a chance. You said it 5 times.
I did.
So I'm like, it's important to you for it to be like you are used to it. But the irony in all this is you didn't go to church. What's it matter to you?
That's very true.
So again, all of these things I am going to say just to say it happened. It's happening. It can be a good thing because, like I said before, cohesion is good.
Yep.
But it doesn't help you or hurt you in your relationship with God because it's personal. That is the biggest thing. Like this lady that had to have 50 names and she's not even the person in question. She's got bigger things to deal with in all of her names. She's got a hubris problem.
Yeah, that was really what that was about.
Well,
this
sure, and I
Christian is
understand that. Like I said, that's why I was trying to bring it back to what we were talking about. Because again, man,
Yeah.
the Baptist church is a it's a walking, existing, living contradiction. And if you don't understand that, you will be disillusioned. I do agree that you should go to church for fellowship, but please, please be aware of what you're doing and have your head on a spiritual swivel,
Yes.
because there are bad things that can happen. It doesn't mean that everything's bad. It means that there are bad things that can happen. And I don't want you to let go and remove yourself from the path that you're on, which is your relationship with God, because somebody else is stupid.
Yeah. I came to grips with that when I was much younger, and you know, it's and I've talked about it up here before. It's like, when you start getting the age where you starting to understand stuff, and then it's in your face, and then you can't unsee it. Yeah, it's one of those. And for some people, they can just keep it going. Other people, such as myself, that really changed the way I looked at church as an entity. However, what it probably did do is strengthen my relationship with God. Because, like, I just realized that, yeah, I can't, this ain't me. And that's okay, because it ain't going to be for everybody. And that's the cool thing. And, mom's cool with it. I'm cool with it. And that's really what it is, So, because my mom's a big church person, and that's fine. I love her for it. It's what she loves to do. And it makes her happy. So, I can't ask for anything more than that. But we also don't really talk about me going to church. And she's pretty much kind of moved on from trying to convince me to go to church all the time. So, but we understand. She understands where I'm at, and that's cool. And that's what's really important, because I've seen small things just like church ruin relationships, and it's like, nah, we good. We just see things a little differently.
Okay.
So, and that's fine. Let's see here. Black Patricia, I told my last church I could walk on water too, and I stood on a case of water. They never invited me back.
That's funny. Because actually, if I was your pastor, Black Morticia Adams, I'd have laughed. That's funny. You gonna buy me another case of water, but that's funny.
Yeah. Then we had to really have a thought process on where exactly you're looking at going when it's over. But hey, so yeah, let's get into some stuff here. So we have a my 5 today that AG pretty much has just told me he's not going to participate in because he doesn't feel that way. And that's fine. I told him that was cool because I ain't got 5, but I got 4. And the my 5 for today is 5 musical artists that you just can't stand anymore. Now,
you know how bad you got to be for somebody to just complete, because that's the thing I was thinking about when I was thinking about the question. Is like, they got to be so bad that you don't even listen to the stuff that you like that they did.
so
that's bad. That's really
that's
bad.
bad. So once again, I'll start. I'll start with the one that everybody kind of knows right now. Look, man, Drake. Like, there's really like 2 tracks of Drake that I will listen to simply because he's rapping. He ain't trying to sing. He ain't trying to do nothing that's outside of his character or his musical character. He's rapping. He's giving me 16 bars. We good. Bro, I was so mad at myself that how did I not see this bullshit Drake stuff coming? And everybody's like, what are you talking about? Well, one of the things I don't like about Drake is he sings on tracks. Hey, Ja Rule 2.0. That's not what we're trying to do. However,
I think Ja was much more catchy though. He did a better job at it.
Same level, different hole. So here's the thing, man. I'm mad at myself because I didn't see it coming. I didn't see it coming, and he was upfront about it. So it's hard for me to be mad about it now because I didn't see it coming. Because his first real track forever, talking about LeBron James, I was on LeBron James movie, that documentary or whatever that they did. That's his first major track ever with like Eminem and Lil Wayne and somebody else. I don't remember who else was on. He sung on that shit. He sung the hook.
You're throwing stuff now,
Bruh. I'm sitting there, I'm listening to the track in the car. And I had an epiphany. I was like, this motherfucker here, he came out singing. Fuck, man. How did I not notice that he was singing on the show? For years, I just didn't notice it. I ain't saying I didn't hear it, I just didn't notice it. Because I hate when he sings on track because he can't sing, number one. And number two, because he's terrible at it. But, yo, man, it made me rethink everything else about this motherfucker, man. I can't. And then on top of that, bruh, I love Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar is awesome. But because of Drake, I can't get away from Not Like Us. Oh my God.
but I mean, it's a good track though.
It's a very good track.
So what's the problem?
They play it 3 times an hour. I feel like everywhere I go, that song is played, man. And I'm just like, bro, they're playing it. They play it when Kamala Harris is doing stuff. Did you see the meme with the white dude? They're playing it, and he's got
Word for
all the
word.
words that
Word for word, yeah.
and the N words. And I was just like, and I wasn't even mad about the N word thing, but I was just like, I just shook my head, man. I was like, I can't get a fucking away from this song, bro.
No,
I
you can't.
can't.
Not now. Maybe in 6
you know,
months, maybe.
Man, this shit is all because of Drake. Fuck
Yes.
that guy. Fuck Drake.
And so if you said this is Drake's fault, you're absolutely you are 100% correct, sir. You are 100% correct.
Bruh, there's only 2 tracks I even fuck with that dude on now. And the only reason is because one, they dope. And that's it. Like the one track, I think he's got 8 bars in it. I don't remember the name of it, but he starts it off and they use it for the theme song of one of those HBO shows, with rock in it and stuff like that.
Oh, Ballers.
Yeah, it was a theme song for that. Super catchy. It's like 8 bars. I'm good.
But I
Then
thought there was
Lil
all
Wayne.
Lil Wayne in that.
Well, he sung on the at the beginning. They just used Drake's verse.
Oh, they did?
All you hear is Drake's verse. Yes,
I could.
'cause he
That
talks
sounds
about-
just like Lil Wayne.
but no, because he talks about Hollywood Cole.
Okay, I'll have to look at Ballers again because I could have swore that was Lil Wayne. Okay,
Nah, well, it's a Lil Wayne track featuring Drake. But
I mean the rapping. You're saying the rapping on that is Drake.
Because at the beginning is Drake.
Oh,
And that's
okay.
the
At the
only
beginning
part-
is Drake, but the bars are Lil Wayne.
No,
right?
no, the whole song, but they don't get the Lil Wayne's part. They cut shit off before it gets there.
Okay.
But Lil Wayne's all right in it. But I can, those 8-10 bars, I can fuck with that. Like I'm good with that.
I just thought it was pretty good. I didn't know it was
those
Drake,
joints
but
are
I thought it was
solid.
pretty good.
Yeah, straight. And then of course, Pop That, the best 16 bars I've ever heard him spit, ever. And it was like French Montana, Lil Wayne. It was Rick Ross. They stole the Luke beat that he ended up suing them for. I ain't mad at Luke for doing it, but hey, man, you got to pay the man his money. That's y'all fault because they cut 3 seconds of it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't stop, get it. Like, bro, how do you cut that and not pay Luke? It's Luke's voice.
It doesn't matter. Ask the 80s hip hop producers.
Exactly.
James Brown. It's the same
What-
thing.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, this shit was I don't know, 12 years ago. Bro, you can't do that. Like, You just can't do that.
I mean, you can, but it's
You
not,
can, but they pay for that shit on the
Yeah.
back end.
and probably
So-
much more than they paid if they just cleared the sample.
Exactly. Exactly. Because I think now he got a bunch of money. He gets a percentage. And on top of that, they have to list him, Luther Campbell,
on the
as,
credits,
as a writer and as part of the song.
Which is
When
another
they-
revenue stream.
When they literally took like maybe 5 seconds, maybe.
All you had to do is clear it.
The whole pop that, like, and they either didn't clear it or he said no. Both are bad.
Yes. Actually, one's much worse, but both of
Yeah,
them.
I mean, ask the Verb Pipe about that shit. They, awesome song, but Lord knows if there's one group that you don't ever steal from by any means, it's the Rolling Stones. Like, what is
Yeah.
wrong with you?
They don't. Yeah.
They took a 2-second bass line, didn't clear it, and Rolling Stones was like, "We'll take all that money that you made from it. You can't put it on the greatest hits, and you can never play it unless it's at a live concert or something." Like, bro, like you can never make money off that awesome ass song because you decided. I don't know if they didn't clear it or Rolling Stones said no. It was probably Rolling
They
Stones
likely
said no.
because they say no a
Yeah.
lot. They say no
Yeah.
a lot.
It's probably no, and they said, "Fuck y'all, we doing it anyway." It's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
come on, man.
Because the Stones and who else is infamous for that? Oh, Led Zeppelin. They'll tell you no.
Yeah.
In a
Yeah.
minute.
Which
Too
is,
bad. Too bad. Drums aren't copyrightable because they would sue everybody.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, Yeah.
When the levee breaks, I hear
Well-
that drum break. I've been hearing that drum break for 40 years.
so but they do approve some stuff. Like when you're doing covers of their stuff, like they had that one album Smothered covered, and no, that was Blue Hootie and the Blowfish. When they covered Hey Hey What Can I Do?
Oh, that collection on Encomium, that was really good. But I'm talking
that song
about
was
I'm
awesome.
talking about for hip hop. What I'm talking about.
Oh man, yeah, I don't hear any Led Zeppelin on hip hop ever. That's
There's some
good.
juicy stuff in it though. Whew. I
Yeah.
wish. I wish they'd let it happen. But anyway,
So that's number 4
okay.
because I didn't have 5 because the hate's strong, but I couldn't find 5.
That's hard to do, man. Like I said before, it's just
Yeah.
like, do I know an artist that I don't like now that I don't like so much? I don't want to listen to anything they have to
I
say.
found 3 more though. Cameron, bro.
Actually,
I can't-
okay. Before you
I
go
can't
on,
fuck
I
with
gotta
that dude.
tell you this. I gotta tell you this. With Cameron, tell me if I'm wrong,
Mm-hmm.
but didn't they used to punk him? And now it's like he's like really like spitting fire. Did he go through some transition where he was like, not cool or like pop or something, and now he like hard? Because I saw him on Bomani Jones' show on HBO. I forgot the name
Oh
of it.
yeah.
And then
The
I
Right-
saw
not
what was-
the right time, hang time or some shit.
right, the right time. No, yeah, the right time is the podcast. Is that the name
Yeah, I
of the
think it's
show?
hang time, some shit. It was a
Or whatever. But
stupid
yeah,
ass
the
name.
show he has on HBO, I saw him on that. And then I just saw a reel where Ludacris was like, "Yo, Cameron is that dude," and I'm like, "He is." So is that true? What happened?
So I don't know nothing about Current because I won't listen to the motherfucker. But like he was ahead of his time with the dressing. Like he came out with the purple and the
I remember.
pink shit before anybody else touched it, and everybody kind of laughed at sorry ass for that.
Okay.
I mean, I don't really care about that. He's just a whack ass rapper. I mean, we've talked about this story before, how horrible the Purple Haze was when Mo B, when he was in college, somebody had given him that CD for whatever reason. I think it was a joke gift because that shit's terrible. And he put it outside his dorm room on the fire hydrant and put "Please Take Me" over top of it. That shit was there for like 6 to 8 weeks.
Are you serious?
Serious. Not
Wow.
open, nothing.
Still
I
in a
know-
rapper.
Bro. Nobody touched that shit. Nobody. It's just trash. Like, it's just trash. The last thing he did that I was remotely like, okay, this is okay, was that horse and carrot shit.
Okay.
I mean, but he had set the shock on it. So that's one in my No Limit days. But yeah, Cameron sucks. I can't do it. He created Dipset, and he's the worst one. Who knew? Even Freaky Zeke is better than that ass, and he never came out with shit. So, mumble rap, bro. Anything mumble rap, fuck it. Like, no.
Come on, man.
No.
No? Not even a little bit, yes?
No. Shabuzi, all these motherfuckers, man.
There's that guy again, Shabuzi.
Nope. Look, man. Hey, look. I'm not hating on the dudes, man. I can't fuck with the music. And there's just people who ain't gonna like their music, man. I'm one of them. And I can't listen to terrestrial radio anymore. I cannot. Because that shit's all over it.
Everybody's mumbling.
Bruh.
But actually, I will say this. The few times I've had a chance to listen to it, sometimes I go chase it just to kind of see what's out there. I listen to y'all, I go listen to some other stuff y'all suggest. And I will say, when I really listen closely, because I really got to concentrate really hard, it's spitting some fire, man. They really are. I'm not mad at the content. I mean, it's really hard to listen to the delivery, but the content is not bad. The content is not bad. They low key spitting fire, man.
So this is what I'll say to that. Hey, man, if the eggs you just bought yesterday smell like shit, even though you know they're good, are you still gonna eat the motherfuckers? No, you're not.
Wow.
That's what it is to me.
Oh my God.
It smells like shit. I can't get into it.
Okay, understood.
I'm a visual, and like if it looks like, I don't give it. That could be the greatest piece of shit ever. It looks like shit. I'm not touching it. I don't care. That's the way I feel about mumble rap. Look, they could be spitting the hottest bars ever. Motherfucker. That's a new language, bro.
Do that again. You got to do that again.
That's a new goddamn language, man. I can barely understand motherfuckers' English, much as mumble. Get the fuck out of here, man. Shout out to those dudes who tried, because you got a whole bunch of young kids who can understand that dumb shit. I am not your demographic, and I understand that.
But I think they realize that you're not their demographic.
Great. That don't mean, but I don't like them because I am. I'm not. I hate them even worse because I would like to be, because I like hip hop. I don't know what the fuck that is. It's like, what's that shit they used to call back in the day? Begin with an E.
Ebonics?
Ebonics, like on like downers.
But no, wait a minute. But is it any different than like speed rapping, like Busta Rhymes does? And
I
anybody like
every word that motherfucker says.
It's a type of delivery, right?
Look, you're right, man. The type of delivery is Twista and Busta Rhymes. They open up their goddamn mouth. These dudes, like, the fuck are you saying?
I'm telling you, man, you have to concentrate, but they really are spitting fire.
Bro, man, I ain't got time to concentrate on that and do other shit. Look, I can chew, come and walk, but goddamn, you want me to decipher what the fuck they're saying and decide if I like it at the same time? No, that's too much work, and I'm not doing it. I'm telling you, I turned 50. There's a whole bunch of fucks out here I don't give no more, man. And that's one of them. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't. I'm telling y'all, when y'all turn 50, you will understand that you're not all these fucks that you used to give back in the past.
But that's not true, because I am 54, sir, and I kind of give a few.
Because you choose to. And I choose not to.
That is very true. I agree. I do agree.
Yeah. Look, man, my thing is, man, I shouldn't have to decipher whether I like the song or not.
Decipher it. Yes, that's true. Because that's exactly what I was doing. That's
yeah. And then, like Moby says, man, bro, like, I like Silk the Shocker. I like these dudes. I could understand Silk the Shocker, and I understood why he didn't fuck with the beat. But these dudes must just sing a cappella. Just like stop paying somebody for a dope beat. Just sing a cappella, bro. Like just it sounds like a backwards record.
I was going to say you
sound.
sound.
Yeah, man. Fuck that shit. And that's what I'm about. But number one.
Oh, number one.
I can't stand her, man. Sexy Red is the worst.
But well, wait a minute. That would imply that you used to like her. I thought you never liked her.
I can't want to like her.
No, but see, that's not the framework of the question, Ruben.
The same way, you're right. So I'll say this. I'll be honest.
What about she that you don't like her so much she made the list anyway?
Yeah, and once again, that shit ain't for me, man. And it's not even the fact that I can't call her a terrible artist because she makes money. But
well, yes, you can.
I mean, you're right.
It's just you can't. But the thing is, I think you and Moby have a point, especially Moby because he's the one that originated this. It's not for me.
Yeah, it's not for me, and it's horrible. And she's bred a lot of these other new chicks to sit there, like, bro. Like, there's a time, like 2 months ago, in my my TikTok that would show me like girls' videos. And all they're talking about is getting some dude to bust a nut inside of her. I don't want to hear that shit.
You used to want to hear it in the 90s.
Okay.
So what's the difference?
Hold on.
We've already discussed how hypocritical
hold on.
y'all are being.
But listen to me.
Okay.
Yo, man, Lil' Kim would make it sexy.
But they're still talking about the same thing.
It does. You're right. It talk about the same thing, but the delivery.
I agree.
Yo, but I'm saying that Lil' Kim made it sexy. These chicks are just like,
Ruben,
come on, daddy. Come on, daddy. Slap some of that sperm inside of me. What? That doesn't make me want to do shit to you. Like, not even close.
But wait a minute. You stated that you're 50. So when you turn 50, you don't want that.
I don't want that. I don't want that. That's not shit. I can't do that. I'm just saying, man. I just need an adult in the room, man.
Why do you need an adult in the room? She is an adult. She's in the room. So what?
Nah, she's not in my room.
Man.
I just can't, man. I just there's one thing of reality rap. I guess this is truthful rap. Fuck if I know. Like, I don't need that. I don't need. Look, man. And you know what makes it worse? I'm gonna tell you what makes it worse.
What makes it worse?
When I see grown ass women repeating that shit, dancing, and
we've discussed
sex. I just can't, man.
Empowerment.
That's not empowerment. That's stupid.
It is to them. Okay, again, hypocritical.
You're right. You know what? You're right. Two things can be right at the same time. I'm fine with that.
But we've talked about this. We look in the 90s, you could rock with, and it probably had a lot to do with your age, but you could rock with my neck, my back, my pussy, and my crack. Okay.
First of all,
classic. It's classic.
That's classic, but that don't mean that shit was good. But I understand what
you're saying. Actually, it was everywhere, and women everywhere were chiming or were vibing with it. So
yeah, but here's the thing with that, man. My neck, my back. Now the pussy and my crack. I mean, that was pushing it.
It was.
But
the whole song was pushing it back then.
I understand that, but at least they end it softly. These bitches are in it hard. My neck, my back. Okay. Oh man, we working our way down.
you are.
These chicks are going straight for the and I'm just like, whoa.
So you like your debauchery to kind of ease into it.
Yeah. Like, I don't need to. Hey, look, man. I'm just not going to. I don't even want to say it that way. It's so messed up. That's just.
Say it.
That's just like, what's up, girl? Which hole you wanted it? Like, all right, go straight for the ass. Without, I mean, no lube, no nothing. Come on, man. It's like, bro. It's
As
just,
long as a woman is saying it, it's empowering. When a man is saying it, it's down with the patriarchy. You don't know
well,
this by now?
I mean, yeah, but that don't mean I gotta like that shit because I don't.
Well, again, that's where you leapt into hypocrisy, because in the 90s, the same thing was happening.
And
And
can I
you
also
was what?
can I also say
Yes.
they, for the most part, they were kind of attractive. Is that fair, or is that still?
It depends on what you call attractive.
Yeah, because I don't think Sexy Red is attractive, but Sexy Red ain't
Somebody
talking
does.
to me. So, you're right about that. There are a
Because
lot
if
of
she
them
wasn't,
like
she
that.
wouldn't be the star she is. I promise you that.
I mean, I agree with you. Yeah, once again, it's not talking to me, so it's just like, but that
But
don't
you
mean
feel so many feelings about it, though.
because man, it's not the fact. So it's the fact that one, I don't like it. I think it really negatively resonates with me because I got to hear it out there and see the effect it does to other people, and I don't understand. It's like, hey, I'm 45 years old. I want to revisit my 17-year-old life with this chick. No, like I
But
don't want
that's
to go
you.
backwards. You're
And
right.
you're not a woman. That's the other
You're
thing,
right.
too. You're
You're
not a
right.
woman.
But that don't mean I gotta like this shit because I don't.
No one's asking you to. I'm just letting you know. I'm answering your questions as you ask them.
I see that. I appreciate that. But that's my top 4 list. I ain't have 5 because I couldn't find. I thought about it too. I was like, what's number 5? I like a lot of shit, man. But these 4, I don't even have Horse and Carriage from Cameron and Silk the Shocker on my Spotify. And I got goddamn everything on my Spotify. Like, I'm not even touching that shit. It's yeah. Who else? Like Mumble Rap? Nah, man, that shit's not on. Yeah, hell no. That shit will never be up there. And Moby tried to get me on a couple things, man. There's some funny shit up there. But then after the hook, it goes back to what are you saying? Like I could understand Spanish before I understand that shit. Like, stop it. Speak, motherfucker. Open your goddamn mouth and your teeth. Like
They are speaking, sir.
that's not speaking. Hey, look, man. You can cape for these people all you want, and that's
I'm
fine.
not caping.
But
I'm telling you right now.
We're not gonna sit here and say,
Yes, we are going to sit here. We are going to sit here.
It's opening their mouth, man. That shit, and they're speaking like, fuck that, man. I refuse.
Oh my
I refuse. I rebuke you, sir.
Wow, he's rebuking Satan now. Really?
I mean, I felt, man. There are some things in life I feel like it's put on this planet to piss me off.
Is that what it's doing? Is
and
it
the rise of mumble rap is one of them.
Oh, the rap?
The rise of mumble rap is one. These motherfuckers ain't going away. They're like baby kids, man. Like, yeah, damn it, man. It's so bad.
We don't die, we multiply.
Bro, like, honestly, man, I want to get where you are with this shit, AG. I just can't.
Why are you pleading with me, man?
No, man. It's just like, look, I don't want people to feel like that, like, Ruben just hating on the young kid. It's not that. I just want to understand what the fuck you're saying. If I can understand that, I can at least have a much better opinion on whether your shit is good. I can't understand you, so I'm not going to listen because you're right, AG. I have to decipher. Going into the cipher, then all the way in decide, hey man, this shit's good. Without, because remember, I gotta take the beat out of it because the beat's usually good, but they ain't riding that shit. So I'm distracted by the dope beat, and it's like making my way through everything, and I get a big question mark coming out, and I just can't do it because you know what? I fucks with the beat on most of them. But I'd like to know what the fuck they're talking about.
Dude, okay, just take my word for it. Not all of them, but a lot of those guys are super talented, man. They really are spitting fire.
I'm going to take your word for it.
because under the mumble is also a different type of cadence too. It's really good. I mean, you do definitely have to work at it as an older person. I don't think young people have to work nearly as hard because that's all they know. I mean, because I promise you, in the 90s when diction was everything, they're kind of like freaked out. But I'm telling you, man, those young kids are putting it out, man. Them cats are good. He's like, whatever.
I'm not like whatever. I'm just like, I want to be where you are, AG, so much.
I don't think
really
you
do.
need to be where I am, sir.
I need to get, but I feel like I need to move because it's not fair that I don't give them any love because they're out here doing it. But the problem is like, I can't determine what the fuck they're doing because I can't understand them.
I
And if I
understand.
can
I understand what you mean.
Like, honestly, man, the greatest thing that ever came out and with Spotify is they play the words, man. Like there's a
So you
spot on
kind of actually
Spotify,
know you can read what they're saying. Yeah.
bro. Like I've learned that I've been saying a lot of songs the wrong goddamn way.
Right.
I've been singing my own thoughts, and that's not the damn song.
You've been singing your own thoughts.
So it's like, and now that I know the right words, I'm like, good. But yo, I'm telling you, man, if I put one of those joints in there, it's gonna be one of two things Spotify's gonna do. It's either gonna be like, we ain't got the lyrics because we can't decipher them motherfuckers. Or it's gonna be like dot yo dot because they're not gonna know the words either. Like, and I don't need to because if I see that, I'm like, not, man. If I ever see that on the track, I'm screenshotting that shit and putting it in the chat.
Yo, put BMA's comment on there, her last comment. That's hilarious. Oh man.
Ruben Flabbert is gassed. Yeah.
Ruben Flabbert
These
is gasted about these mumble rappers. She is so right. Sorry. She was so right.
Because, man, like, I love hip hop. And I love the incarnations that it's gone through. Like, what was it? Common's track. What was the name of it?
I mean, there's so many, which I mean, like water.
The one where he talks about hip hop. No, the one he talks about how hip hop.
Yeah. He personifies.
I used to love her. I used to love her.
Exactly.
HER.
Yeah.
Awesome song. It makes sense. I need him to update that shit for this.
But he doesn't have to because he doesn't have to because every generation is going to feel that way. Because he's talking about a time that's since passed, and it's just like the next person is going to feel the same way, and then the next person is going to feel the same way. As generations pass, it's going to be the same thing. Like, because I'm telling you, these young kids, if you're 20 years old, this is all the rap you care about. A lot of people I think are like Mount Rushmore level rappers don't matter to people that are 20 years old. They don't, nor should they.
No, you're right. Once again, I just need to understand how they understand that shit.
Because that's all they know. Do you really think, okay, I ask you this. Do you really think a Rucker Park rapper, where it started, was going to rock with Busta? Absolutely not. No.
At the beginning?
At any stage of his career. Because that dude changed the game.
I mean,
rap went somewhere else when he started spitting that fast. Because no one used that many words.
Yeah, but you know whose fault all this shit is? All this fault is Lil Wayne's fault.
But Busta was out way before Wayne was. What are you talking about?
Nah. Lil Wayne would come in, hit you with the short joint, and go to something else real quick. Like what's the name of that track? Good track. It's just all over the goddamn place. A Millie. Bro,
what?
Like it's a good song, but it's like the man never says on nothing. And that's why at that time that was good, because usually rap tells a story. He was telling a whole bunch of shit. very
Are
quickly.
are you sure this stuff wasn't connected? Because Wayne is a really smart guy.
I'm not saying it's not connected. I'm saying that at the very like he was just. I mean, honestly, I don't know if it's connected or not because there's a whole lot of shit he spit,
Okay.
and I'm not against it. I'm just saying that
Is that
he
where it
changed
changed
the
for
game.
you?
Well, that's what changed the game because now
Again.
everybody. Well, because now everybody's doing not ad libs. What are they called? Like like when they say something crazy like you need to go cut your grass green. It's like fuck, like
Well, actually, that's kind of a holdover from 80s and early 90s hip hop, really.
yeah, but I don't know. It's not as bad though. It's more. I guess it's more pronounced
That started with that's like descendants of Run DMC to me.
to a point. I will give you that, but they weren't exactly so pronounced about it. They didn't have the space in between, and so
Understood.
like yeah. But no, I mean I don't hate Lil Wayne. I like Lil Wayne, you know. But this mumble rap shit I can't do. And you know what? I guess I'm gonna have to be on my lawn on that one.
You are, because I was about to say you're that old guy now.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
It's all good.
I can only be
I
me.
think for me, my thing is, as an older person, I like to see what younger kids are doing, and so I can get an appreciation for it. Because number one, I know it's not for me, but that doesn't mean that it's not good. It just doesn't. So, because I know, like music in general, like my dad used to say certain things to me, it just irritated the crap out of me because it's like he thought his stuff was better. His stuff was not better. It was different. And certainly I could, as I got older, I could hear influence,
Yeah.
but it wasn't better. It was just different. And so, but a lot of people really get stuck in that moment where their stuff is all that in a bag of Funyuns and whatever you listen to, young fellas, sucks. And it's like, not true, old man. So just saying.
I'm partly there. But there's some current stuff that I do listen to. It's just I can't do the mumble rap. I just can't.
Nor should you. I'm just letting you know
It's just bad.
from personal experience. I have put this stuff on purpose. Number one, I prepared it for the shows because so I could keep up with y'all, so to speak. But when I was listening to it, it's like
Keep
this
on
stuff is
Moby.
good. Y'all don't like it because I remember hearing a song by Future and Drake.
First of all,
And
Future's trash.
Exactly. I didn't think the track that I heard was trash at all. I thought it was really good.
I don't so Future didn't make my top 5 because I don't care enough about him. He's a good hook guy. Like if you need a hook, you call Future.
And maybe that's what I heard that I like so much.
You,
Plus,
you want him to spec 16? No.
Okay. Well, all I'm saying is,
Yeah, he's a hook guy now.
okay, that's
know,
what Mo said that day. But all I'm
Yeah.
saying is, man, it's like it ain't got to be for you, man. But certainly
You're
you
right.
should probably
You're right.
appreciate it and move on. You'll find out some new things about it that you didn't know before. Because I promise you, after I could really understand, after about 4 or 5, maybe 10 songs, I kind of understood what was happening. It's like, man, this dude is spitting fire. Okay, I hear you.
I mean, look, in the grand scheme of things, I'm just not in that position where I could think and decipher at the same time. With,
Well, all you
with
gotta
certain,
do-
with certain things, because I'm always doing other things. Like,
Well,
so
see, you ain't.
maybe that's
you're
just
not-
me.
Well, that's kind of a weakness, though, and not saying you are a weakness, but I'm saying when you're listening to something new, you can't really be occupied. You have to
True.
be intentional.
True.
Now, you can
Yeah.
listen to stuff that you've heard for 30 years, and do something else because you already know what's going on. But if you think that you're going to really get the breadth of something, like, and your attention is divided, you can't do that, man. That's not fair.
Yeah. Like driving and listening to that, I can't decipher and drive. Decipher, lift, and drive. I can't do all that. Now I can sing and drive because I already know what the hell's happening.
Yeah,
But,
that's my
but
point.
you're right. Yeah. But you know what I miss the most? I miss good R&B.
There's not good R&B out there now.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't heard any.
Then you can't say what you just said.
No, I mean, I could say that I don't think it's good R&B.
You can because this is America. It's just inaccurate.
Well, depends who you talk to. But
goodness.
I do know they're not like, I don't know, man. I do miss the type of, and I know they've gone out of style, and maybe they'll come back one day, like the new editions and the 112s and stuff like that. Like I miss that. That whole era was awesome. And then they started giving us O-Town, and I just couldn't do it. I mean, and they tried. I ain't mad at them. They tried, but it's like, but I don't hate O-Town. I'm just like, you're never coming across my Spotify, like, ever. But
This man,
yeah.
get off my lawn. This is the get off my lawn episode.
Look,
you
man,
can't stand church. Church ain't nothing. You can't stand mama
I
rap.
never said
You
I
miss
never
R&B.
said
I'm like, come on,
I
man.
never said church ain't nothing.
You did,
I mean,
but
but
you don't like it though.
but
It's
I
all
I
good.
mean,
I'm just saying, he's like, get off my lawn about everything today, man. What in the world?
you know, because I can. I'm 51. I'm allowed.
That is very true.
I mean, you know, if I gotta drive around and see all these don't tread on me shits, I'm allowed every now and then just to be like, fuck y'all do. Like,
Wow. Okay. I mean, you're not wrong, but I mean, okay.
you know. Well, I appreciate the fact that you're not on get off my lawn, so thank you.
Nah.
Not
Because
yet.
I mean, all the stuff that I'm get off my lawn about was wrong to start with. So
And see, that's called growth, because you realize that you were wrong on it.
I mean, yeah, I'm just saying. So
I'll get there one day. I'll get there one day.
I'm just saying. I mean, there's some fundamental stuff that has a right and a wrong, and I am pretty much get off my lawn about that to some degree. But everything else is like neutral. It's kind of like, hey, let me check it out, see what's up. That's all.
That's cool. Hey man, what?
You
What's
said
so
that's
funny?
cool.
What am I supposed to say? I mean, I agree.
mean,
like that's good for you.
But the way you said it is like, yeah, it's good for you.
I mean,
oh man, this is
hey man,
hilarious, man.
I don't ever want to hold you back from what you want to do.
You're not going to, sir.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, hey, you know, I'm not doing the Olivia Rodrigo song. Good for you. That's whatever.
I understand.
That's whatever. But more importantly, what's on your mind, AG?
Actually, 3 things for real.
Oh shit, 3?
Yes, and one of them has to do with you
I'm in trouble.
because you are infamous, and I don't think you know you're saying it,
I
but
probably am.
well, okay, maybe. When people say, especially my black people, they incessantly say this phrase. That being said, I'm like, oh man,
Bro, I got like 8 of them.
dude, it's supposed to be a phrase of summation. You don't say it after every sentence. I'm like, dude, really?
I say it that much?
No. I'm saying that you reminded me of some of the people that I heard because I was watching a YouTube video. There's a pair of clippers I wanted to get, and I want to kind of get a feel for what brand and what that brand does, whatever it is. So I clicked on the video, right? And this dude was like, that being said, so I'm thinking the video almost over. This dude is not even finished his freaking thought. I'm like, okay, so and then the next sentence, that being said, I'm like, oh my God. And then I talked to Lauren about it. I said, if that dude says, in that being said, one more time, and he said it like 6 more times, I'm like, bro. And I'm like, come on, man. So it's like, y'all, first of all, y'all need to find a better way or something different to say, or just use the phrase in its only utility, which is summation, which means when you finish a whole bunch of thoughts or a thought, it's a conclusion. And that is the end. That would help me out a great deal.
We'll go ask, did he not have a script?
Usually no. Usually when I can tell when somebody's coming off the top of the dome. I can always tell because they always have something to say to bridge themselves to another thought. But what they're doing to bridge themselves to the next thought is a summation. And I'm like, come on, man.
If you're selling things, you probably need a script.
Well, all I'm saying is it is the most irritating thing ever. You ain't got to say it 8 times.
There are a couple of things I got that I say all the time, and like I say it at work, I say it about my personal life, and everyone's like, "God damn it!" And I'm just like, "Well, you know,
bro." Anyway, number 2.
I usually say it to. Could I gotta think of something else? So
Man. All right, number 2. Behind every successful man is a woman or a great woman. I think that I'm supposed to say great woman. If that's the
you're
case,
supposed to say.
I'm supposed to say it. So I'm going to say
That's,
it.
it's just funny that you said, "Yeah, I'm supposed to say have a great one." Like that's funny. I'm sorry, that's just funny.
Hey, it was funny. It's meant to be funny, but it's true. That's why it's so funny. But anyway, the maxim is behind every successful man
It's the
is a
police.
great woman. Okay. So what I have noticed is that women get their flowers for all the good stuff that happens to a dude. We accomplish nothing, which is a oxymoron in itself.
Mhm.
But my question to y'all is, when are women going to take full responsibility for a dude that's a loser or a man's failure? You taking credit for that? So, number 3. I don't know how I felt about breakdancing in the Olympics. I don't consider it a sport.
You watch that on Saturday too?
I didn't watch it, but this is my thing. Now, as an American of a certain age, I was there at the inception and I was there at the fade. So I kind of understand what I'm supposed to be seeing as a civilian because I'm not a breakdancer. Australia, don't do that no more. Ever. Don't ever do that anymore in life. Because what y'all let go to the Olympics, and if that's the woman that made it, good gravy for everybody who didn't. Because I presume you sent your best. However, if you can't go to YouTube and just like put breaking in the search field and then dial up the movie and watch it and see what breaking is supposed to look like at the most mainstream level, then you don't deserve to send anybody. And based on what that lady did, and she's got credentials in all of the things ethnic from a what's the word I'm looking for? Not really historic, but anthropological level. She understands what's really going on. She's like the bones of Black people in dance. She's got a doctorate degree.
Oh.
And she decided to represent her country. And I'm going to say she's a culture vulture because she did so bad. She decided that's what she was going to do. And Australia decided we're going to sign off on her going to the Olympics to do it.
Oh, God.
It was a freaking sham. I was like, you cannot be serious right now. Out of all the things that I run across,
she didn't win a medal, did she?
No.
Oh, okay. Hey. I'm just checking.
But I'm just saying, out of all the things that I ran across by osmosis on Reels on Instagram, because of the Olympics being, happening at the time, I didn't run across any breakdancing, to be honest with you, but I ran across her 3 times. And I didn't know who it was until Lauren was like, look at this lady breakdance. And I was like, that lady? She was man, she started out with the bunny hop. I was okay. I can't. Yes.
That's not good.
Can't do it, bro. Can't do it. So that really bothered me. I was like, I can't believe Australia did that. But they did, and it's on wax.
And they come out with movies about breakdancing competitions. Hell, they had shows about it.
Man,
look up
they
some of
didn't
that.
look at anything. They didn't have any reference. They let that lady get on, and she was, dude, she wasn't embarrassed. She was in it. She pointed at the Australian flag on her uniform. Man, she got down. She did what she had to do. I thought she was having a seizure for real. I mean, if anybody's familiar with Seinfeld, you're gonna understand what I say. She made Elaine look like the long-haired chick on Soul Train.
Oh, wow.
That's how bad this woman was.
Yeah, because Elaine sucks.
There you go. So that's what's on my mind, man. I had 3 things on my mind. I just want to make sure that women taking responsibility for sucky men, because they take responsibility for great men. I want to make sure that Australia ain't shit, because they did us wrong. And I want to make sure. I just want to make sure when you say something in summation that you end your thought. Thank you. Appreciate you.
That's so hilarious. Oh shit. All right. So what's on my mind, man, is this election is possibly the worst shit I've ever seen. Now, let me explain. So, we've had a candidate drop out, and the candidate jump in, picked a new vice president, running mate, all within like the past 3 weeks. We have former president who picked a running mate about a month ago. Help me make it make sense. So, like, I'm sitting here and I feel like that this election, at the very least on one side, is becoming very elementary school. And the other side is trying to enjoy themselves going to junior high. So, like, I get it, man. You know, everybody's like, well, Kamala Harris needs to take interviews and, you know, so she can express her viewpoint. Well, doesn't she got all these goddamn rallies for it? Like, go to the rally. I think she expressed herself at the rally pretty well, because my hope is. And then it's like, well, hold on. She's been vice president for fucking almost 4 years. Now you want to talk to her? Like, man, if that's not a strong bitch please moment, like, I don't know what it is. And the fact that all these media is just like, yeah, you know, she needs to be interviewed. And I'm just like, I mean, where were you at when they were killing her about the border and they were killing her about other shit? You ain't want nothing to do with it then. Now you want to talk to it. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Like, I would say the way I'm not a strategist, but I watch a lot of TV. And the funny part about all of it is you watch Republican strategists, and that's plural, strategists. They're either going one way or another. They're either going and tripling down on whatever Donald Trump's saying, or tripling down on the fact that I don't really know, because I don't understand what the fuck Donald Trump's doing. Like they are both already at odds separately, because you're either a Trump lover or you're just a reasonable person. And I'm not, neither both can be true, but that's just what I see on TV. And like, but then, you know, the same thing with the Democrats. Oh, she should sit and talk to somebody. Hey, y'all, she's only been campaigning for 3 weeks. Like, let her fucking get a break. So they don't even know what the fuck's going on either, because this shit ain't never happened before. And it's just like, can we just live in the fact that this shit ain't never happened before and just see how this shit plays out? Like, I'm cool about waiting to see how this shit plays out. It's like that twist to plot book that you don't know what's going to happen when you're going to turn that page. And it says, hey, if Kamala Harris picks this guy, go to page 43. If Kamala Harris picks this guy, go to page 52. If Kamala Harris picks this guy, go to page 61. Like, literally, everybody was waiting on that page to determine what page they go to next. And honestly, that is what's making this election interesting. Uncharted waters. Donald Trump's playing with the old playbook from 8 years ago. Except the problem is Clearly, nobody has notified him and said, "Hey, man, just to let you know, Kamala Harris is black, and you probably should be pissing off black women." Just saying, like, I understand you ain't never really did that shit, whatever. But hey, I'm a black guy. Stop pissing off the black woman. Like, stop it. Like, that's stupid. That's not the move. I'm saying that's not the move.
Stop it. I'm sorry, I mean, that was hilarious.
Yo, and the crazy part is, like, I heard a Republican strategist pretty much say that. Stick to the policies. Don't talk about, her anything. Because the only way you're going to be able to fight this is on policies. And she's got a list of policies that'll hold people. No, I'm not putting you in it. Oh, well, shit. Somebody's back home. What's up, Moby?
What's up?
So yeah, like,
Somehow.
like, yeah, man. Let this shit be. This is the first time in history that this shit has happened. Let us live through it together. That's all I want right now. I want us to live through it together. And just, hey, man, it's like 83 days left. Yo, it's a new book, player. We're writing this shit as we go. Let's enjoy the journey. Because in the grand scheme of things, which is one of the things I like to say a lot, like, everybody has an idea on how this shit gonna end anyway. Is he going to end here, this way, or this way? Let's just see how this shit goes. I mean, how many times in American history have we had a black woman run for president and actually looks like she may have a shot?
She got one shot.
Well, I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like, first of all, we never had a black woman run for president. That's number one. And then number two, I mean, everybody's like, hey, should she pick a white guy? Yes.
Yes.
Like, I don't even understand how that was even a question. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, what?
Hold on, you gotta be specific. It also couldn't be Sweet Pea Booty. It
could be Sweet Pea Booty.
That's true. It's too much. It's too much.
Yeah, exactly. So, because I heard that and I was just like, of course she's picking a white guy. Like, I don't understand how she picked anybody else. What, you gonna put another black person up there? So if you shoot her, another black dude, man, hell no. That shit won't get off no ground. I mean, so it's like, yeah. And like as Moby said, man, you can't put sweet booty. You can't do it. That's too much. The American people can't do it. Their minds will blow up. Just like in the Kingsman. When they blew up everybody's little device in their head, that's how the world would be. A black woman and a white gay dude. Yeah. Okay. Like, yeah. Hey, people in America, we ain't that far yet. We ain't there yet. Not even close. We still talking about, is Kamala Harris black? And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. So, like, yeah, man, all I'm saying is, let's enjoy this. Let's enjoy this election. Because everybody on both sides is kind of flustered. And honestly, the most interesting part about it is Kamala Harris's crew is probably just as flustered. And they're playing by they're playing with house money, seat of the pants, like the whole thing. And it's awesome to see. And honestly, I would say, like, y'all need to keep Trump off Fox and Friends for like a little while. Like, he needs a vacation off that shit, because every time he goes on Fox and Friends, he says some of the dumbest shit ever. The dumbest shit ever. Like, I can't, man. Like,
but why is that a bad thing?
Look, man, it's not a bad thing. It's actually really funny, but it's like, if you're his people telling him what to do, hey, man, Trump, I need you to shut the fuck up for a week off Truth Social.
I mean, but here's the thing: he ain't never done that.
No.
The reason, why is that a bad thing? Is like, he's got everything he's got because of the so like there's nothing too stupid for him to say that's gonna make him lose his base. In fact,
Well-
it's the more dumb shit he says, the more he gets support.
Well,
So like I mean, I get you're trying to apply logic, but you're trying to apply logic into something that has nothing to do with logic.
so
People love Trump because of the way Trump makes them feel.
So
There's a few people out there that'll say stupid shit like we like his politics, and those are just the people who like the fact that they know they can get away with all of the pseudo conservative shit, which is really just a lot of racist, elitist, we hate all brown people stuff. But most people, if they're honest, they just like the way Trump makes them feel, because nothing about the reasoning they say they vote for Trump actually makes sense. If you ask them why, they'll give you a whole bunch of reasons, and then you could easily logically show them that everything they said does not apply to Trump, and they don't fucking care because he makes them feel a certain way, man. Like, that's all this is, man. Like, so you say they need to keep him off Fox? Nah, man, let him go up there and show his ass, because that's what the people want to see, man. The Republican Trump supporters, they want to see him bust it wide open on Fox every chance they get, man. Don't try to get him off that pole, man. That pole is how he paying his money, man.
the stripper pole.
Every time he get on that Fox stripper stage, man, and shake his ass for these people, they throw money to his campaign, man. I mean, tell me where I'm lying. I mean, we hear it and we go, God, this motherfucker sound like an idiot. How the fuck do people vote for it? And then you look at his campaign contributions, and that shit goes up.
Yeah.
So just because we see the cellulite, we see the bullet wounds, we see the stretch marks, we see the old C-section, that does not mean these niggas ain't still throwing money every time he busted wide open. Like, that's just what it is.
He dropping it low. He dropped it low on Fox and Friends. That's what we're doing. Yeah. I think it's interesting how Kamala Harris just keeps getting more and more money. Like, I don't even know where this shit's coming from. Like, this shit's coming out of nowhere, and she's got more money than him, which pisses him off. And it's just like, Jesus, you get mad over everything.
And to be honest, the person you really need to say less, honestly, is Kamala. She kind of need to say less and just like do more. Like, just be in the spotlight, short, concise. That's it. Say less.
Yeah, that's because why she doesn't done in the interviews.
Exactly, because what she doesn't want to do is allow them to really attach her to quote unquote the extreme liberals. So as long as she don't get attached to that, those 2% of people who really actually don't know who the fuck they want to vote for, supposedly, like, they don't have any ammunition to go against her. And I say supposedly because I'm still not convinced that 2% of the population doesn't already know who they're going to vote for. I believe 99.8% of the people are going to vote for the person they're going to vote for, no matter fucking what. That shit is like, we could have the election today and it'll go the same as it will in 80 plus days. It'd be the same exact fucking outcome, no matter what happens.
It's interesting that you're here. And I can bring this up to AG too, now that this has come up. Is there a chance for Kamala to get back the black male community from Trump? Is there a chance?
No. Because the black male community that will rock with Trump is still going to rock with Trump.
Yeah, and the common misconception is that Trump has the black male community. He doesn't. He just has a larger percent of it. It's instead of like 2 or 3%, he has like 9 or 10 now. Which is big. It's a big swing, but like, I mean, no, them niggas is lost. I mean, I hate to say it like that, but I don't mean like they're lost, like they're stupid. I'm just saying, like, those dudes ain't coming back no matter what, because for whatever reason they have found something within the Trump campaign that makes them feel better about their situation.
Which is what?
Once again, Ruben, ain't nobody voting for logic and facts and statistics and proof. Everybody out here voting with their emotions, man.
I'm just curious what black men who want to vote for Trump. Like, why? Like, that's all. I mean,
because they're emotional, and a lot of them were raised in single parent homes where they got taught that emotions are right. Yeah, I said it. I don't care how the fuck it makes me sound. Like, I mean, anybody who, if you're making a decision as big as like politics that could actually affect real life outcomes, and you're doing it because of how you fucking feel, there's a problem with that. You're not doing it because, hey, this, I've done research and I think this, I hate the research thing, but hey, I've seen proof that this is going to happen. Hey, I know how he feels about this. I know he's going to vote for this. I know he's trying to position this. I know he's trying to do that. No. That's not what anybody's doing. Everybody's going, I feel, hey, Biden didn't make me feel good. Hey, Kamala doesn't make me feel good. Hey, this guy Trump makes me feel good. I mean, I don't respect anybody that makes major decisions based on feelings. And anybody who's going to say, hey, your feelings matter. Your feelings are relevant. They are, but your feelings don't fucking make a difference. Like, I don't care. Your feelings aren't going to change anything. Your feelings are valid. That doesn't mean they're going to do anything. No matter how you feel, doesn't mean anything's going to change. I don't feel good about being broke, but me feeling that way doesn't make any money show in my bank account. It just doesn't.
That's funny. AG, you got anything?
No, everything you said is true.
Oh, okay.
And Ruben, and you're the opposite of the feels. Like, you feel like none of this shit makes any sense, and you're right. But you keep feeling like that if you throw enough logic at this illogical situation that we have, that somehow you're gonna make it make sense. And it's not, man. Like, just you're contributing to your beard turning grayer. Like, that's all it is, man. You're just stressing yourself out. You're probably losing weight, thinking you're doing a great job because you diet and everything. No, man, you're just stressed out worrying about shit that you can't change. Like idiots who are gonna do what idiots do. They're gonna do that shit no matter how you feel about it, Ruben.
Well, shit, I need to bottle that up then. Maybe I can get 250. Stressing like that, but then that caused heart attacks and shit. So I don't want all that. But yeah, so yeah, I guess Mocha Cowboy said owning the lives means they're winning. Sure, liberals,
and owning them just means you say things that are against them, and that means you own them.
You're an extreme liberal. I don't know what that. AG, what does that mean?
What does what mean?
When they call, like, Trump calls them extreme liberals, I'm like,
anybody that's not believing what he wants is extreme.
Exactly. Anybody who goes against what they believe, you're an extreme liberal. You're peddling wokeism.
Yeah, because like that time Mitt Romney just said simply the truth, but the truth went against what Trump was doing, and he said it was wrong. That made him an extreme liberal, even though he is as Republican as a Republican can be. Still is. But in that moment, because I remember saying that dude might have ruined his political career going forward. In that moment, he was the enemy. If you don't rock with everything he says, then there's a problem. You are instantly problematic, and problematic is synonymous with the evil libtards, and
sure, I keep
extreme
forgetting
libs and all the things.
I mean, but if you're an extreme liberal, there is a simple fix that makes you okay. Like, no matter what you've been guilty of in extreme liberalism, all you have to do is get on your knees and suck Trump's dick. Ask JD Vance. You could be a vice president one day.
Yeah, not wrong.
I was about to ask about that. The last two questions, then we'll end this. What do y'all think of the two vice presidential nominees? Like JD, let's start with JD Vance. Like,
the weird thing about JD Vance is that I know who he is, and I say weird thing about that because, I mean, we're all talking about vice president candidates right now, but like, I've dabbled in enough politics over the last 2 decades where most of the time we don't really know who the fucking vice president is. We don't really know anything about them. We don't really know anything about them until they get selected. Like they get selected, and then all of a sudden we start doing all this Cliff Note stuff and I try to act like we know who they are. But realistically, like as soon as they said JD Vance, I knew who he was, and I'm just like, oh shit, I actually know somebody. And then what I knew about him confused me, because what I did know about him is when he spoke out against Trump. Like he was completely against him. So it was just weird. I was like, is Trump like actually picking somebody to balance him? And then they were like, oh no, he's just flipped on all his views. Like he deleted all the old tweets like they never happened, and he just acted like nothing he said before made sense. And I was just like, oh, okay. So he just started sucking the man's dick so he could be vice president. Cool, I get it now. Now, the other vice president, right? He's the perfect vice president. I don't know shit about him. I'd never heard of him for real until she picked him. And then I was like, okay, this makes sense. This is political norms right here. Like somebody I don't really know, not ruffling any feathers, not making any waves. Now I get to do all this late research on him and have people act like they've been knowing about this guy forever when none of them did. So like it's old politics versus new politics. Old politics of, hey, you don't need to know him until we tell you about him. And then new politics. He's sucking Trump's dick. That's all you need to know.
AG?
I can't say anything else. I find everything he said to be true.
Okay.
So, you know.
Now it'd be interesting. The idea of them debating, that is interesting. Mainly because I've never really thought vice president candidates debates really mattered. Like it's something that they've done, and I've always been like, who really cares? Like, are there really people tuning into the VP debates going, this is gonna make or break my decision? Maybe. I just don't know any of them people. I've never been that person. I mean, maybe I'm the minority. Maybe I just ain't been doing my research, as they said. But yeah, like it'd be interesting to see them debate, because like I believe JD Vance will be awesome in a debate. Because my thing is, anybody that can switch sides the way that this man already has, man, I can't imagine the verbal gymnastics he's capable of doing live, man. Can't imagine.
Well, you know, I think it sounds good in a vacuum, but I don't think it's gonna play out well when you have an opponent.
But AG,
Because
we're only listening to it from a vacuum. The people who are watching the debates are already decided, so everything is in a vacuum.
Yeah, true enough.
So he's going to sound great to the people that want him to sound great, and to the people who are just like have actual logic based thoughts will be like, this just sounds stupid.
Yeah.
Like, you know, his views on military stuff sound stupid. His views on people making decisions if you don't have kids sound stupid. But in the vacuum, hey, I mean, hey, that guy's conservative Christian values, man. He's just a hillbilly speaking his mind.
He made a movie about it.
Deliverance. Nah, I'm sorry.
Have either one of y'all seen it? Is it any good?
I haven't watched it.
Hillbilly Elegy?
Why?
Like, I'm not going to watch it.
I'm not watching
I can't do it.
Ruben, why would you even ask us have we seen it? First of all, we don't look like we're in the right pigmented frame of mind to even think about watching that movie. And like, and unlike you, I don't watch Fox News just to see what the enemy's doing, because I already know what they're doing. I don't need to watch them. I know sometimes you just like to know who's trying to hang you from that tree. And me, I already know. So I don't need to be reminded of it.
Hey, man.
Not saying that all Republicans want to hang niggas from trees. I'm just saying most of them don't mind the view.
Not wrong.
Awesome. So that's that hard-hitting politics from us. So
And we don't know shit about politics.
we know enough to be dangerous.
Nah.
Dangerous.
Yeah, I guess. So does Trump. He was president, so I guess we all qualified to be president.
Hey, but we're not felons. So
Speak for yourself. You don't know about all my warrants, bro.
you got some hidden ones, AG? I just want to make sure.
No. That would be a hard no.
So Moby, do you have anything on your mind or?
Yeah, man. Shout out to the DJs, man. I literally came up here because I need to speak my mind. Like in this hip hop generation I've grown up in, man, I don't really think 41-year-old me has given DJs enough credit. Like, believe me, I grew up back in the day where the DJ's name was first. I get it. I remember the importance of it. But like somewhere along the line, I forgot the importance of the DJ. And tonight I was reminded the importance of a DJ. So I will give you the synopsis real quick. Like, we watched an amazing performance by an artist, and Andra Day. It was beautiful. She sang Billie Holiday cover, like her vocal range was crazy, and they were like, the next artist is Monica, and I'm like, oh, that's gonna be tough, man, because Monica gonna have to go behind this chick, and this chick was fire. Like, her whole set was amazing. I'm like, and I know Monica live don't always be livin', you know, as far as the vocal performance goes.
She don't always be lying.
So I'm thinking to myself, I mean, I know Monica got way more hits, and the younger people started rolling in, and then a whole bunch of the black ladies came in. So I'm like, a whole bunch of, you know, the people who are just gonna be in their feelings on every Monica song is gonna come on. So I'm just like, all right, still gonna be a tough set. So then Monica did what a lot of headliner artists do. She wasn't the headliner, but a lot of big artists do. She was like super late. No, she was like super late. So we're waiting. And then they announced her to come out there, and she wasn't out there, but her DJ was out there. And I'm thinking, oh man, is Monica still not ready? And then like 18 minutes later, I realized, no, Monica understood the assignment. In like 18 minutes, this DJ had the crowd live. Like, I mean, he was playing EU, like he was playing all like the 30 to 40-year-old. He played the Greatest Love song. He played Back That Thing Up. Like, he was playing all, like, the crowd was so hyped. The energy was so good that I forgot we were waiting for Monica. And when I say I forgot we were waiting for Monica, I didn't want to see Monica anyway. But somewhere in this man's 15 to 18-minute DJ set, I didn't care who came out next. I was just like, yo, this is live. And I was like, oh, that's brilliant. So now Monica's not following that vocal beast that was before her. Now Monica just riding in on this DJ's energy wave. She performed 3.5 songs, and then she rolled out. And I was just like, yo, this DJ's the real MVP, because I forgot we were waiting for Monica, because I wasn't waiting for Monica.
3.5 songs.
I wish I was exaggerating. No, it was 4 songs technically, but she didn't perform like an entire song, period.
She did?
She didn't perform an entire song.
So basically she had a long medley then.
Yeah. So what would happen is she'd perform like a verse of a song, talk for a second, perform another verse of a song, talk for a second, perform a verse of a song, talk for a second, and then she was out. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then she dropped the mic, hugged some people in the crowd, left. The DJ was like, give it up for Monica. And I was just like, oh shit, that's it? This set over?
Yep.
Damn.
Now, so contrast, Ludacris came out right afterwards, which, you know, saved it. But yeah, so I feel like we don't give the DJs enough credit, because this DJ was worth every penny and then some. Because I didn't want to see Monica anyway. And I'm just not a Monica fan. But about 10 minutes into his DJ set, I forgot Monica was coming on next, because it was just a fucking party up at that jump. I was like, man, this DJ understood the assignment. I mean, he was going in and out from banger to banger, classic, playing clean versions of some songs. Then he'd give you a dirty version. Like, so he was appealing to everybody. You know what I'm saying? We had Too Short playing there. We had Blow the Whistle playing there. Like, yo, he was in it, man. He was on it. And I was just like, man, this DJ is the real fucking MVP. And then he was like, y'all ready to bring Monica out? And I'm thinking to myself, no.
No.
Like I'm like, can we just go? You might as well bring Ludacris out. Like, I mean, this energy is right. Why are we gonna bring her out here to kill the buzz?
And she played. Did she sing any slow songs?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
she came out to. I can't remember that song. She sang "Angel of Mine," and the last song was her first song. Just one of those days. She performed one verse, and I'm just like, the crowd was getting into it. I'm like, hey, this is a classic jam. She performed the first verse. The hook came on one time, and she was like, "Thank you, Richmond. I love y'all." She put the microphone down and walked off stage, and I was just like, "What the fuck? Like, bro, you been up here like 12 minutes."
She had a 30-minute set, bro. She let the DJ
Technically,
do
she's supposed to
18.
have an hour. She's supposed to have an hour because we left a little early, and Ludacris was still doing his shit. He was like, "They told me." He was like, "They told me I'm supposed to be off like 5 minutes ago." Fuck all that shit. Which that's another problem for another day. And I found out the details matter because we were having some issues because the Locks, Ludacris, these are people performing at the Jazz Fest. So we were like, man, this is kind of problematic, especially being that Ludacris is saying ho and fuck in like every song he performed. Like when I chimed in earlier, he was performing Use a Ho, which I'm just like, this at the Richmond Jazz Fest. But then I realized, man, the devil's in the details. It is not. Did you know it's not called the Richmond Jazz Festival?
Or what's it called?
It's called the Richmond Jazz and Music Festival.
Ah.
Devil's in the details. So it's not just jazz we're playing, it's jazz and music. So that gives them the type of flexibility to kind of do whatever the fuck they want to do.
But they picked a grip for Ludacris, though. God damn.
Yeah, yo,
and Wyclef. I mean,
yo, Wyclef might be the MVP of the Jazz because technically Wyclef performed yesterday. He was the headliner for Saturday. He performed with 3 of the artists today too. Just randomly, they called him out. Like Andre Day just called him out. He played the guitar. He literally made a verse up on the spot for a song. Like this motherfucker's just like, hey man, I'm here for the weekend. Why the fuck not? I became an even bigger Wyclef fan because I'm just like, yo, this dude's just like, I'm here for the show, baby. Like, what's up? He's just sitting in the back with his guitar, basically going, hey man, y'all niggas need somebody to play the guitar. I got you.
Is that what he said?
I mean, she called him up on stage and he didn't have, she was like, you need a chair, you need a stool. And he just like sat on one of the speakers. He's like, no, I'm good. Started playing. And then she started like chiming off him, and he created a whole verse on the spot.
911.
Yes, that came. That they
sound just like that too. Probably.
I mean, yeah, he's a performer, man. But yeah, so what's on my mind is show the DJ some love. Not just a nigga that's playing music, but the actual DJs. Show them niggas some love, man.
Awesome, thank you. Hey, Black Patricia Adams. I mean, look, I didn't want to overshadow my man, so I didn't blow a loud whistle. I mean, but you know what was going on. Because when you brought Too Short, blow the whistle, I went.
I heard it. I heard it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I won't try to.
I get it. I get it. I was, I was in a groove right there.
Yeah. But I mean, I had to respect the blow the whistle track, because when you say blow the whistle, that's what you do. You go. Whatever. But I did it real low because I didn't want to blow up your spot. And she tried to call me out on it. That's some fucked up shit.
Hey, and just for the record, I told y'all like that Back That Thing Up is a magical song, man. When he played that, I just looked around. I was just like, man, unified, just unified everybody. It's amazing, man. The aunties was all out. They was all live, man. It was. I would say inappropriately that there were a lot of fat asses out there, but that's inappropriate. That's not what was going on out there. There was a lot of classy looking ladies out there. What it was is there was a lot of big booties out there, and there is a difference. And let me tell you the difference. See,
big booty hoe.
See, the fat asses. We could be talking about initials. We could talk about BBLs. We could be talking about just the young chicks with fat ass that can't contribute to anything. We ain't talking about that. There was a lot of big booties out there that probably could oil them knees up for you one time and cook you breakfast later on. You know what I'm saying? Like, so It was big booties out there, not just fat asses. It was they had depth. There was depth to it.
Wow. All right. I see the big booty hoes route.
No. See, you said big booty hoes. I just said big booty because what I am impressed with, the last time I was at a concert, I was with you and Juvenile's performing, and there was a lot of scantily clad, inappropriate ladies out there. I did not see hardly any of that. I saw a lot of women dressed appropriately for the weather because it's still hot as shit outside. Has some summer dresses out there, but I didn't see cheeks. I didn't see straight nipples coming out of spaghetti straps. I didn't see none of that. I saw
Straight
fully,
nipples.
I saw fully clothed women out there having a good time, and I was just like, "Yo, this was amazingly refreshing." Like, maybe that means I'm old. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, "Yo, man, like, I prefer this. I'd rather prefer this."
Well, Black Watcher never knew it was a difference. Learn something every day.
Hey, look, I'm just saying, because if a dude just, hey man, she got a fat ass, that's an extreme statement to make, and that means that's probably the top of the totem pole of what she can contribute to that dude's life. She got a fat ass. If you talk about a woman's got a big booty, like, hey, she got a big booty, but that's not such an extreme statement where you feel like they might not be more to that. You know, she got a big booty, yeah, but she probably can cook too. She probably got a good personality. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, she gonna look out for you. You know, but she hey, let's not forget though, she do got a big booty though. I'm just saying. I mean, what did LL Cool J say? I know I told you I'd be true, but Tina got a big old butt, so I'm leaving.
Oh yeah.
He did say that.
I mean, you know, Trinidad James said something about that too.
Once again, there is a difference. I'm just saying, if the first thing a dude says about a woman is she got a fat ass, that's not usually a good sign. It's not usually a good sign, because I mean, he can't think of anything to say.
That's not necessarily true.
Now, I'm about to say, on the flip side, if he really don't know who she is and he just saw her walk by and that's the first thing he noticed, cool. But what I'm saying is, I only notice fat asses typically on what they call the garden utensils of the world, like the hose, or the people that are at least in a hose uniform. You know what I'm saying? Like, AG, here's what I'm saying. If you go to people, I'm just saying, AG, if you go to church and if you go to church and you see a woman with a large backside, do you think in your head she got a fat ass, or do you think, man, she's got a big booty?
That's a huge bitch.
No, I don't think that.
My first thought is, I hate having.
I hate that I'm looking at that. I hate that I'm looking at that. Right? I know,
but there are
remove the guilt. I'm just saying, remove the guilt. You probably in your head, you probably ain't gonna say she got fat ass.
I will.
You might think, man, she's thick. Thick is a different connotation.
See,
maybe I censor myself because I
do, because I don't, because they're my thoughts, and I'm looking at this woman, and I know exactly why I'm looking. There's only one reason. She got a fat ass.
I'm sorry, man. Like, I sense if I look at a woman that looks like she might have some more substance to her, I don't generally say fat ass.
But you don't know. You're just looking at some random woman. That's
You're right, but there's a feeling. Just like people can vote for Trump, I got a feeling, bro. I got a feeling.
And what did you say about your feelings? And what did you say about your feelings?
I said my feelings can't do nothing. In this case, I'm serious. My feelings can't do nothing in this situation, but my feelings are my feelings, and they're valid. AG.
Well, I'm not doing this with you today. I'm not doing it. I see a woman anywhere that's got a fat ass, and that's exactly what it is. Actually, I saw a woman today. This is strange. This woman, she seems like she works at the Harris Teeter around the corner from me. And I guess she was dealing with her car.
Oh.
And have you ever, like, she was dressed in like civilian clothes. She wasn't going to work or anything. And I looked, I was like, damn, baby, it's like that. Have you ever seen anybody with like deceptively
they sneak up on you? Yeah.
Oh my God. I mean, I looked at her. I felt bad. I looked at her so much. I was like, it's like that. It's impressive. But the thing was, she had, I don't know if she was upset or she a little touched or both, because she clearly had two different shoes on each foot. I was like, wow.
Hey, AJ, I'm impressed you were looking at her from the knees down.
Well, I tend to check out the whole
after what you led with, I'm impressed that you even noticed that much.
Well, actually,
Big
the
ups to you,
the funny thing was I noticed the shoes first. Because I was like, did she have on a different shoe on each foot?
Yeah,
And then
I probably would have noticed that too.
And
just
then I,
because of the way I'm
like,
wired.
lifted my head. I was like, oh, really? She had that little. I was like, okay, I hear you. But yeah, man, it's just like if I see a woman with a big booty, that's exactly what's it.
I don't know, man. Maybe context and background matter to me, man. Because like we were at a jazz festival, we were playing. They were playing, older music. It was a whole bunch of, it was the old pimps were in there. You know what I'm saying? I saw a lot of old pimps, little linen suits. I saw a lot of that. And I saw a lot of the older ladies still looking good. So when I saw them, I was thinking, hey man, that lady got a big booty. You know what I'm saying? But I won't think, damn, she got a fat ass, because I ain't see booty shorts. I ain't see titties popping out. I saw like a whole bunch of really appropriately dressed women. I say appropriate because I mean it still was hot out there. So I ain't saying people was out there like completely covered up. But I mean, I ain't see the bottom of ass cheeks hanging out. I ain't see titties about to bust out. I didn't see no camel toes. I ain't see none of that. It was just, ladies out there dressed like it's hot, but still looking classy. So I wasn't thinking, damn, she got a fat ass. I was thinking, that's an attractive woman right there with a big booty.
Shout out to the fat ass, attractive lady, big booties. Yeah. Let's do that.
Mean, I'm just going to say shout out to the women out there still looking like they're leaving something to the imagination. The older I get, the more I'm just like, man, there is something so amazing about it. Like, give me something to imagine. Give me something.
I don't really feel that way.
I
don't know why, man. Like, I think
because you're not 50.
No, I think what it is, I also have daughters too. And I'm just like, hey man, I don't want y'all to be out here ever feeling like you got to show all the goodies to get somebody's attention, because I know in my lifetime a woman has not had to show all her goodies to get my attention. Now don't get me wrong, them women who are showing all those goodies, they get my attention visually, but I ain't never really felt the need to want to go talk to those women. And that's real. Like those women, I'm like, oh wow, she half naked out here, but I'm not going to talk to her. I've always liked the women who, give me, I'd be like, man, I bet, I love it when you can say, man, I wonder what she looked like without her work clothes on. And I ain't even talking about sexually, just like you said, in civilian clothes. I bet she looked good in civilian clothes. Although them nurses scrubs, them shit should be outlawed, because these nurses are getting crazy with these scrubs, man. They're getting tighter and tighter. I'm just like, what we doing out here, man?
I'm telling you, man. I thought that was sexy since I was a kid, and scrubs really had. Now I do agree they have gotten tighter, but a woman in scrubs has always been hot, because for me, they're see through and I can see the panties. There is a hygienist like I had when I was like 16, and she would constantly wear white scrubs, and man, there was nothing better than her leading me back to the office. I was like, I can still see her panties right now.
You was basically like, I don't care what you taking me back here for. We going.
Exactly. I mean, when she turned on some of them drills, I got kind of sobered up. But I promise you, when she walked away, I was not mad. Just saying. Wow. Just saying.
Did we lose you, Ruben? I'm sorry, man. Like,
nah, man. I never get upset about have a conversation about big booty. Why would I do that? I may have thought about, I saw some big booties today that like walked in front of me.
But see, I get it. I'm wrong though. Like, I understand why I'm wrong, because I was out here judging. AG,
that's not judging.
No. Here's the thing. I was judging that because these women were older, they were enjoying like classy music, and they weren't dressed like hoes. I was just judging that these
they weren't hoes.
No, not even that. That these were women that had like older women values. Like I was looking at women going, I bet she can cook. Oh, I bet she can cook.
That's just fantasizing.
I know, but like, if I saw a whole bunch of 22, 23-year-old chicks shaking their ass to, Ludacris' set, the first thing I'm thinking is, I bet she can't cook shit.
That's a presumption, because you're probably right.
So once again, but it's a presumption, but I'm judging, man. I don't want to be judging people like that because you know what? I bet some of them aunties can't cook shit. You know,
Some of them can.
I bet there's one of them that can't cook shit. They potato salad is nasty. You know what I'm saying? They can't do shit. But in my head, I don't want to think that. In my head, I want to look at that lady and be like, I bet that cornbread be hidden.
Well,
Hey, man.
all I'll say is I don't go through that many hurdles. I just look at you and go, whatever I'm going to say, and that is what it is. I'll never know you. So it is what it is. And the only reason I said that about the old girl that lives next door to me is because she doesn't look like that at work. When she put on like civilian clothes, it was like, oh my goodness. Okay.
I will tell you something happened to me this evening that has never actually happened to me before. Like a thought crossed my mind that had never actually happened before. While I was out here having a great time, kicking it, not working, you know, listening to good music with my wife, I was looking around. I was thinking, man, all these classy ladies out here, and I'm having these thoughts about, oh, I bet she can cook it. And then I was thinking, there's some nigga right now looking at my wife the same fucking way.
and wrong.
No, but I was just thinking, whoa.
Oh, I bet she can cook.
So now my looks are different. Now I'm just like, hey, that nigga kind of look kind of hard for a second. Hey, what that nigga looking at? You know what I'm saying?
He's looking at the same thing you're looking at, man.
Yes, but it's different.
How?
Because I don't know them chicks.
Oh my!
I know my wife.
Well, he doesn't know your wife.
Exactly. And I'm like, you better not be looking at her the way I accidentally looked at that chick. You
Wow.
you better simmer down now.
Wow, not doing this, sir.
Once again, I said first time it ever happened, and you know what? It clarity,
Well,
man.
everybody looks at your wife all the time, every day.
I know that, but the environment I was in, I was seeing all these old pimps looking around. I'm just thinking, oh shit, they really looking. They out here hunting. You know what I'm saying? Like she put her arm around me, and I was just like, yeah, you better keep it there.
Wow.
Keep it there. Let them know. Let them know.
Wow.
Let them.
You better keep it there.
No, that's not really what I was thinking, but I mean, I kind of felt that way, you know. Hey, look, man. A twinge of jealousy is okay. That's yeah. So because it made me I was aware, you know what I'm saying? I was aware because I was looking at her and I was just like, I mean, she do got a big booty, and I mean, I've actually had her cooking, so I mean, some of these niggas is accurate. You know,
Well,
these niggas is accurate.
That's what we were saying about some of your randos, man. This is like, I mean, you can presume that an older woman probably cooks better, but you can presume that a younger woman probably doesn't, but you never know. So it's like, and she got a big booty. I'm just saying, your wife is not exempt from that. Mine isn't either. I think we come from different places because I used to be on the other side of this, and I used to say the same thing that my friends were saying. So it's like, I don't really care. I know exactly what they're saying about my wife. She run around jiggling. Okay, I got it.
Well, Black Morticia Adams just found out what category she fell under. You know, Mr. and my coworkers are in tears knowing that 4 out of 10 is not good. No, that's not good.
It's not. I don't know who thought it was, but it's not.
I mean, some people, you know what? I'm not going to even talk about that.
Like I said, AJ, it was a healthy feeling, but it was like a heightened sense of awareness that I got because I was like, and I tell you when it happened too. So we were in the little VIP tent, and she was like, I'm gonna go. I think she was gonna get something to eat. She's like, I'm gonna go get to because she got a crab cake sandwich. She walked away, and when she walked away, I looked. I mean, I'm supposed to look. I looked, and I was just like, that thing kind of jiggling back there. And then I looked, and then I thought, hold on, that shit out in the open, like everybody can see it.
I mean, wait a minute, everybody can see it. Come on.
Once again, that was just, you know, because I'm thinking to myself, they got eyes too. You know what I'm saying?
But
these niggas that master the peripheral game just like all of us. You know, we could be looking this way. We still see it.
Oh my God, man, that is a lot of work, man. That's a lot of work.
No, AG, it didn't bother me. It was just an awareness that I had never really paid attention to.
Understood. For me, because at one time I saw a dude checking out my wife one time, and I looked at him and I gave him the head nod. I wasn't mad. I know.
Hey, Ruben, you're my word. I've said this. Remember, we used to go out back in the day, and I made a statement to you. If when we go out to the club or we went to a bar or something, and she walked away from me, I said I'd almost be offended if somebody didn't turn their head when she walked by. Didn't I say that? Real? I was like, I'd almost be offended. But like today, I was just in this nice, relaxed, chill atmosphere, and I was just thinking, I don't want none of these old ass, tricking ass, pimping ass niggas.
Well, I mean, I feel like that any significant other that you may have, whether it's a wife or girlfriend, you have picked them and you feel like they're it from top to bottom. So, like, to me, honestly, when I've dated women, like, I mean, you can look all you want, bro, but hopefully she ain't going home with you ever. But these days it is what it is. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, to me, it's a healthy type of thing, because you want everybody to be like, yo, that's right, I got that shit, motherfucker. You want to feel that proudness in yourself that you did some shit. So, yeah, I get it.
I did have to talk her off the ledge one time today, though, man, because she was, there's something that bothers her aesthetically about herself that does nothing but like turn me on, and it's just a weird place to be in.
Okay.
Because hair, she's got gray hair at the top, but in the back it's all dark. And she was like, it looks like I got two different heads. And I'm like, what are you talking about? She was like, because it's gray at the top, and she's like, she's like, I don't mind gray, I just wish it was gray all over, or just be one or the other. And I'm just thinking, I actually kind of dig I kind of, it's giving. Yeah, I told her, okay, I'm old school comic book nerd. I'm thinking, you kind of giving me Storm vibes. You know what I'm saying? Remember, I was like, you give me Storm vibes, and I'm just like, hey, it's all right with me. Like,
I mean, get these kids out the house.
Like you might not like it, but you ain't gotta fuck you.
Wow.
I mean, I ain't say that out loud, but I'm, in my head,
Okay.
I feel like that's a fair statement.
You're not wrong. I'm just saying, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I certainly understand you. So, because I did the same thing, and my wife was trying not to turn gray. I was like, girl, you turn gray, it's about to go down.
Well, she wants all of it to be gray, and I'm like, cool, but like, it's gonna get there. You know what I'm saying? For right now, just you giving me all the Storm vibes right now. I'm just like, and I like the Storm vibes. Like, I'm with it. I mean, I got a tattoo right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm with the Storm vibes.
Understood.
So, just the rest of Black Patricia Adams, 4 out of 10, but just had a rude awakening. She was saying, and then she was like, she's the female that brings awareness to another woman with a nice ass. I'm gonna look hard, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Why should there be? Like, I mean,
now if you start touching, you might get punched in the face. But that's
once again, you crossing the line now. You know what I'm saying? You just stay on this side of the line, and you're good.
Awesome. Well, I mean, man, 2 weeks of booty. I don't know how much more I can take. So
first of all,
you can take a lot.
Yeah, you ain't got no problem with it. Don't be that guy.
Sometimes too much booty is a problem.
Okay, Ruben. Okay.
I mean, like if it's like this wide, I can't do it. Like,
okay,
but
maybe too much for you. But I'm sure there's somebody out here that's like, it ain't enough booty.
Yeah.
There's always somebody that's like, it ain't enough booty.
I guess when I start getting some booty, I'll change my mind on that. But with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and sign off today. Thank you for listening to the episode of 5 Minute Warning. Of course, you know how we do, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday afternoons. Evenings. And we do it from 9 p.m. until we feel like getting off the air. Of course, hey, tell a friend, tell an enemy, just tell somebody about us. We are just sorry. She always asks first. So that's good. You can't just be touching chicks randomly. That shit gets you in the hospital. But with that being said, I just said it again. So, make sure that make sure you're telling people about us, and we appreciate the fact that you listen to us either live or on the podcast, or listen to the podcast afterwards, which usually come out the weekend after the show. Of course, thank you, AG. Thank you, Moby. Thank you to the people on the chat. Thank you to those who listen to us. We appreciate you. This show is nothing without you, and it wouldn't exist without you. So with that being said, hey, we'll do this again next Sunday, Eastern Standard Time at 9 p.m., not CPT time, because that's not how we do it. As always. Hey, that's you. As always, peace, love, hair grease, soul, and deuces.
Email us at 5minutewarning19@gmail.com. And also leave comments on Facebook and Twitch. Search 5 Minute Warning. Contact us on Twitter at AG_FMW podcast, at Newsman25, at FMW 2019. Contact us on Instagram, Moby 5 Minute Warning, AG_5 Minute Warning, Newsman25. You can listen to the podcast at Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of